Welcome, chosen one, to the crossroads of fear and faith. Both whisper promises of the unseen, but only one leads to freedom. Why let fear, a liar cloaked in shadows, steal the life meant for you? Here's the truth. Fear thrives on illusions, while faith builds on the unshakable. The weight of worry is a burden we were never meant to carry, yet so many cling to it, paralyzed by what-ifs that never come to pass. Faith, however, is a quiet warrior waiting for someone brave enough to embrace it. It doesn't shout, but its power is unmatched, ready to break chains, move mountains, and rewrite destinies. So, step forward. Let faith be the force that shapes your life, not fear. That someone was you. While others wavered, you stood unwavering. While the world clung to fear, you stepped forward with courage, guided only by your belief. And now, the seeds you planted in faith are beginning to bloom. Someone with the authority to open doors you couldn't have dreamed of has taken notice. But this isn't chance, and it's certainly not coincidence. It's destiny unfolding. Every tear, every quiet sacrifice, every whispered prayer in the dark was seen, and now the pieces are falling into place. Get ready, because this is the moment where faith transforms into favor, and the reward isn't just extraordinary, it's divine. Number 1. Faith was your foundation, and now it's yielding a harvest beyond measure. Faith isn't just a feeling, it's a bold declaration, a decision to trust in what cannot be seen, yet feels more real than anything tangible. It's the ultimate risk, an all-in wager on a promise that defies logic. When you chose faith, you weren't just taking a chance, you were making a statement. You turned your back on comfort, silenced the voice of doubt, and stepped into the unknown with nothing but trust as your guide. And now, the rewards of that fearless investment are unfolding, proving that faith always pays back more than what was risked. That wasn't reckless hope, it was wisdom in action. While others clung to fear, mistaking it for protection, you saw it for what it truly is, a thief. Fear demands a heavy price, stealing dreams, stifling growth, and chaining people to lives they were meant to outgrow. But you refused to be its prisoner. You understood that the cost of fear was far greater than the temporary discomfort of stepping into the unknown. So, you chose faith, even when it meant walking away from the familiar, letting go of what felt safe, and embracing uncertainty. And now, the rewards of that choice are unfolding, proving that faith not only frees you, it elevates you. The beauty of faith lies in its quiet strength. It doesn't promise immediate gratification, but it plants seeds that grow roots deep enough to weather any storm. You held on when the world told you to let go. You believed when doubt screamed louder than hope. You took steps forward, even when the path ahead was hidden in shadows. That kind of unwavering trust is rare, and it doesn't go unnoticed. While others waited for guarantees, you became the proof by daring to act without it. That's why what's coming your way isn't just a blessing. It's the result of every moment you chose faith over fear, persistence over doubt, and courage over comfort. You didn't just hope for this, you earned it. Someone powerful noticed, not just the outcome, but the journey that brought you here. They saw the quiet strength in your persistence, the unshakable resolve in your choices, and the way you held on to faith when doubt tried to bargain for your dreams. That kind of courage is extraordinary, and its value is immeasurable. Now, the recognition you've long deserved is on its way, not as a mere reward, but as a testament to the power of faith in action. What's coming isn't just a return on your investment. It's an overflow, a multiplication of every sacrifice, every step, and every moment you chose to believe when the world said otherwise. This isn't just success, it's abundance. Number 2. Fear was never the truth. It was a thief dressed in caution, desperate for a place in your mind. But you didn't just silence it, you starved it of the attention it craved. Fear thrives on hesitation, grows stronger with every doubt, and builds its prison walls out of what-ifs. Most people fall for its disguise, mistaking it for wisdom, believing its lies of safety and protection. But you saw it for what it was, a barrier, not a shield. You refused to feed it with your energy, your thoughts, or your choices. And like anything deprived of nourishment, it withered. Fear starts small, a faint whisper, but you knew that even the quietest doubts could grow into chains if left unchecked. That's why you broke the cycle. You didn't just reject fear, you dismantled its power, leaving no room for it to take root. And in doing so, you reclaimed your freedom. You didn't just escape the cycle, you shattered it. Fear lost its grip the moment you stopped giving it power, the moment you chose to pour your energy into hope, belief, and action instead. You shifted your focus, and in doing so, you rewrote the narrative. By feeding your faith, you starved your doubts, and now you stand here, not just at the edge of something extraordinary, but ready to step into it. This moment isn't just a result of chance, it's the culmination of every time you chose courage over comfort, vision over fear, and faith over uncertainty. What lies ahead isn't just a new chapter, it's a whole new story, written by the boldness of your belief. Someone influential took notice because true strength doesn't just stand out, it inspires. Talent may catch the eye, but it's courage that captures the heart. People are drawn to those who don't just speak of bravery, but embody it, who rise above fear not because they never feel it, but because they refuse to let it define them. Your resilience became a beacon, a quiet but undeniable reminder of what's possible when faith is louder than fear. They saw in you what they longed to see in themselves, the audacity to confront uncertainty, the discipline to starve doubt, and the strength to keep moving forward. It's not just your actions they admire, it's the unshakable spirit behind them. And that kind of courage doesn't just inspire, it leads. Your decision to walk in faith didn't just transform your life, it became a blueprint for others. It showed what can happen when fear is no longer given permission to lead, when doubt is denied the power to dictate your path. That kind of resolve is uncommon, and anything uncommon carries immense worth. Now, the doors are opening, the rewards are aligning, and it's not because you were never tested by fear, it's because you chose not to let it in. You proved that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the refusal to let it take up space. And now the world is taking notice, drawn to the power of a life lived boldly, a life built on faith. Number 3, the fire wasn't there to measure your limits, it was there to remove them. It wasn't about proving your strength, it was about revealing it. Most people see struggles as obstacles, something to endure until life feels comfortable again. But you knew better. You saw the fire for what it truly was, a forge, a place where the impurities of doubt, fear, and hesitation were burned away. It didn't just test you, it transformed you. It shaped you into someone who doesn't just survive pressure but thrives under it, someone who isn't just resilient but unshakable. The fire didn't break you, it built you. Fire doesn't destroy, it refines. It strips away what doesn't belong, leaving behind only what's true, what's strong, and what's meant to last. That's what your struggles did for you. They weren't here to question your worth or test your resilience. They came to prepare you for what's ahead. Fear, doubt, insecurity, and distractions, none of them had a place in the future you're stepping into. The fire wasn't your enemy, it was your ally, clearing the path and shaping you into the person you were always meant to become. Now, what remains is pure, unshakable, and ready for the extraordinary. The fire didn't just strip away the parts of you that weren't meant to last. It revealed the parts of you that were. What remains now is something extraordinary, a faith so strong it cannot be shaken, a resilience so unyielding it cannot be broken, and a presence so powerful it cannot be ignored. This is why you've been noticed, why doors are beginning to open. It's not just because you endured the hardship, it's because of the transformation that came from it. You didn't just survive, you emerged stronger, sharper, and ready for the greatness that lies ahead. They see the unwavering focus in your eyes, the certainty in your actions, and the strength etched into your spirit. These are not qualities that can be taught or borrowed. They are forged through trials, through fire, through the kind of journey that strips away the superficial and leaves only what's real. Those who recognize greatness aren't drawn to ease or comfort. They're drawn to those who have faced the storms and emerged stronger. They see the story in your scars, the wisdom in your resilience, and the undeniable proof that you are someone shaped by the journey, not shielded from it. Your reward isn't just for surviving, it's for becoming. The fire wasn't the end of your story, it was the beginning of a new chapter. The person you were before couldn't carry the weight of what's ahead, but the person you've become can. The struggle didn't weaken you, it refined you, shaping you into someone sharper, stronger, and more capable than ever before. The fire didn't diminish you. It uncovered the greatness that was always within you. Now, the world is about to witness the power of your transformation and the unstoppable force that you've become. Number 4. You thought your journey was hidden, that the long nights, the silent tears, and the battles fought in solitude were invisible to the world, but they weren't. Someone was watching, quietly observing the strength you didn't even realize you were showing. Not just anyone, but someone who understands the kind of greatness that isn't loud or flashy, the kind that is built in the shadows through perseverance and grit. They saw the endurance in your steps, the resilience in your heart, and the conviction that carried you forward when no one else could see the weight you were carrying. They weren't drawn to the noise of superficial success. They were drawn to the depth of your character, and now they know they've found something rare: you. The world loves to applaud the final masterpiece, but only a rare few appreciate the labor, the struggle, and the relentless process it took to get there. Those few are the ones who truly matter, the ones who understand greatness because they've walked through the fire themselves. They noticed you long before the spotlight found you. They saw the quiet strength it took to keep moving forward when giving up would have been easier. They saw the courage it took to cling to hope when doubt seemed louder. They saw the determination in you to keep showing up, even when there was no applause, no recognition, only your unshakable will to keep going. And that's what sets you apart. Most people believe they have to put on a show to be noticed, to prove their worth through performance. But you weren't performing. You were simply living in alignment with who you are. Committed, relentless, faithful. That's what caught their eye, not because you were seeking attention, but because true authenticity and conviction are impossible to overlook. And now, the recognition is arriving. Not from the sources you anticipated or the people you thought would acknowledge you, but from those who truly see you. The ones who understand value. The ones who hold the keys to doors you never imagined would open. The ones who can create opportunities that match the depth of your journey. What they recognize in you is something rare, something that can't be faked or manufactured. This isn't chance or coincidence. It's a divine alignment, a moment prepared long before you even realized it. The perseverance you displayed in the shadows when you believed no one was watching was actually the preparation for a stage far greater than you could have imagined. Every step, every struggle, every quiet act of resilience was building toward this moment. And now, the stage is ready. The spotlight is yours. And everything you've endured has prepared you to step into it with purpose and power. You didn't just endure the storm, you commanded it. While others stood still, waiting for the skies to clear and the winds to fade, you stepped forward, unshaken, refusing to be held back by fear or uncertainty. You didn't plead for the storm to ease. Instead, you faced it head-on, knowing that your strength was greater than the chaos around you. You didn't just survive, you conquered. And that's what makes you different. You didn't wait for permission to move. You moved with power, with purpose, and with the kind of authority that turns obstacles into stepping stones. Storms are inevitable, touching every life in one way or another, but it's our response that defines us. While some collapse under the weight of the pressure, allowing adversity to steer their path, and others retreat, hoping for the storm to pass, you chose a different way. You understood that storms aren't meant to break you, they're meant to reveal you. You didn't wait for the skies to clear or for the winds to die down. Instead, you stood firm embracing the challenge, knowing that growth only comes when you face the storm head-on. You saw what others couldn't, that within every storm lies an opportunity to rise stronger, bolder, and more unshakable than before. Storms are temporary, but the way you face them leaves a lasting mark. You didn't retreat or let the chaos dictate your path. Instead, you moved forward with unwavering determination, stripping the storm of its power over you. That kind of resilience is magnetic. It commands attention. It's not just about enduring, it's about the unshakable presence you carried, the way you held your ground when everything seemed to crumble. You didn't just make it through, you redefined what it means to stand strong in the face of adversity. And now, those who matter, the ones who recognize true leadership, are drawn to you. They see what others overlook. Storms don't just test character, they reveal it. And in rising above, you've shown the world what it means to lead with courage and grace. When they look at you now, they see someone who refuses to be held back by uncertainty, someone who doesn't wait for the skies to clear before taking action. The doors opening for you now aren't a product of luck or ease. They're a testament to the strength you found in the midst of chaos. You didn't sidestep the storm or wait for it to pass. You faced it head-on, and in doing so, you didn't just survive, you thrived. This isn't merely a reward for your resilience, it's proof of who you've always been. Every step you took through the storm wasn't just about enduring. It was about mastering, growing, and becoming the person who could walk through fire and emerge unshaken. Number 6, obedience became your anchor, grounding you in a way that few can understand. While others wavered under the weight of uncertainty, searching for easier paths or quicker solutions, you remained steadfast. When the pressure mounted and the journey grew isolating, you didn't falter or take the shortcuts that so many do. Even when obedience seemed illogical or inconvenient, you stayed true to your course, refusing to compromise your principles. That's what sets you apart, your ability to hold firm when others would break. It's not just rare, it's extraordinary. In a world full of fleeting commitments, your unwavering resolve became your greatest strength, making you unshakable in the face of any storm. Obedience is rarely the easy path. It demands sacrifice, patience, and an unwavering sense of purpose. It doesn't promise immediate rewards or applause, and often it takes more than you ever thought you could give. It can leave you standing alone, misunderstood, and questioning if the cost is too high. But true obedience isn't rooted in convenience. It's built on unshakable commitment. You've shown time and time again that your principles are not for sale, no matter the price. That kind of steadfast loyalty is a rare treasure, not just in the eyes of God, but in the eyes of those who understand the weight of true integrity. The people who hold influence, who can open doors that others can't, are drawn to what they've seen in you, a rare and unwavering strength that cannot be easily found. True success isn't born from talent alone or the right connections. It's forged in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when there's no applause, no recognition, and no certainty of reward. It's the kind of success reserved for those who can be trusted with responsibility, and trust isn't handed out in times of ease, it's earned in the fire of struggle. It's built when you choose to stay the course, to keep doing what's right, even when every shortcut tempts you to stray. That kind of character isn't common, and it doesn't go unnoticed. It's what sets you apart, what draws the attention of those who see beyond surface-level potential. They're not just looking for talent, they're looking for someone they can believe in, someone who has proven they won't falter when the weight of responsibility is placed on their shoulders. Now, your steadfastness is about to bear fruit, not just because you endured the trials, but because you stood firm through them. You didn't waver when the weight of the world pressed against you, didn't compromise your values when the easy way out beckoned, and didn't break when the pressure felt unbearable. Time and time again, you proved that your integrity wasn't for sale, that your strength wasn't fleeting, and that your commitment wasn't conditional. That kind of resolve is more than rare, it's extraordinary. And now, the reward coming your way isn't just for surviving the storms, it's for thriving in them, for showing the world what unshakable character truly looks like. Every sacrifice you made wasn't a loss. It was a seed planted in faith. Every sleepless night, every difficult choice, every moment you let go of something you wanted for the sake of something greater wasn't in vain. It may have felt like you were emptying yourself, pouring out everything you had with nothing to show for it. But those sacrifices were never wasted. They were investments in a vision far bigger than the momentary pain. What once seemed like surrender was actually preparation, and now the season of harvest is here, overflowing, abundant, and more than worth everything you gave. Sacrifice often feels like losing something precious in the moment, which is why so many shy away from it. They cling tightly to comfort, to familiarity, to the illusion of security, afraid to release what's in their hands. But what they don't realize is that holding on too tightly keeps them stuck, unable to reach for something greater. You, however, saw what others couldn't. That sacrifice isn't about giving up. It's about making room. It's not subtraction, but the foundation for multiplication, a quiet investment in a future far bigger than the present. And while others stayed stagnant in their fear, you stepped forward in faith, knowing that true growth only comes when you're willing to let go. The truth is, most people abandon the journey before the breakthrough arrives. They give up because the waiting feels endless, the pain feels unbearable, and the uncertainty feels overwhelming. But you didn't. You chose to keep going, to keep planting seeds even when the soil looked barren, to keep pouring yourself out even when it felt like nothing was pouring back in. You gave your all, not because the reward was guaranteed, but because you believed in the process. And now, what's coming your way isn't just a blessing, it's the harvest of every seed you faithfully sowed, a testament to your perseverance and unwavering faith. Someone significant has been quietly observing, not just your faith, but the unwavering consistency behind it. They noticed you in your hardest moments, when you felt empty, and yet still chose purpose over ease. They saw the late nights, the unseen effort, the relentless commitment to your vision, even when no applause followed. And now, they see something even more powerful. Someone who has been refined by the process, someone who is prepared for what's next. This isn't just about recognition or reward. It's a testament to the fact that every sacrifice, every struggle, every moment of perseverance was building toward this moment. None of it was wasted. Every moment that felt like loss was actually preparing you for something far beyond what you could envision. Every time you chose faith over fear, purpose over ease, you were sowing seeds into a future far greater than the pain of the present. What you thought was slipping away was actually being transformed, multiplied, and stored up for a season of abundance. Now, the doors that are about to open aren't just blessings, they're the fulfillment of every unseen act of faith, every quiet sacrifice. In God's kingdom, nothing given in faith is ever truly lost. It's planted, nurtured, and returned in ways more extraordinary than you ever dared to dream. Number 8. You didn't just endure the waiting, you mastered it. Waiting is one of life's greatest tests, stretching your faith, your resilience, and your willingness to trust the unseen. Most people falter in this season. They grow impatient and rush ahead, forcing outcomes that aren't ready, or they remain stagnant, hoping for change without putting in the work. But you were different. You didn't just wait. You prepared. You used the quiet season to grow, to refine yourself, to align with the purpose ahead. And because of that, what's coming isn't just the result of waiting, it's the reward of waiting. But you didn't just wait, you thrived in the waiting season. You understood that waiting wasn't a pause, it was a process. It wasn't about standing still, but about moving with purpose. You used the time to refine your gifts, to deepen your understanding, and to grow into the person you were meant to be. You saw waiting as preparation, not punishment, and you embraced it with patience and intention. Now, as your moment arrives, it's clear that the work you did in the unseen was never wasted. It was building the foundation for everything that's about to unfold. While others grew frustrated with delays, you saw them as opportunities to grow. While others viewed waiting as a setback, you embraced it as a season of transformation. You chose to use the time to sharpen your character, strengthen your resolve, and prepare for what was ahead. That's why your reward isn't just on its way. It's arriving in abundance, multiplied beyond your expectations. Influence and favor don't fall into the laps of the unready. They find those who have shown they can carry the weight, those who have proven through patience and perseverance that they are ready for the greatness ahead. Someone important has been paying attention, and what they noticed wasn't just your patience, it was your unwavering determination. They saw your discipline, your commitment to show up every day, to stay steadfast, and to give your best even when the results were invisible. That kind of perseverance is rare, and it's what distinguishes the prepared from the unprepared. Now, the waiting season has come to an end and the doors are opening, not just because the timing is perfect, but because you are. You didn't just survive the process, you allowed it to refine you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you. And now, as favor finds its way to you, it won't catch you by surprise. It will meet someone who is ready, prepared, and fully capable of stepping into the fullness of what's ahead. Number 9. You didn't take the easy road, and that's what sets you apart. The easy road may offer comfort and quick wins, but it also limits growth, leaving those who walk it stuck in the ordinary. You chose the path that demanded more, the one filled with challenges, sacrifice, and uncertainty. It wasn't the popular choice, but it was the one that shaped you, that stretched your potential, and built your resilience. The hard road isn't for everyone, but it's the road that creates leaders, visionaries, and trailblazers. It's the road that transforms you into someone who doesn't just follow trends but creates them, someone who doesn't settle for mediocrity but embraces greatness. And because you chose this path, you're not just walking toward your purpose, you're becoming everything you were meant to be. You refused to settle for less than what you were capable of. Instead, you chose the path that stretched you, the one that required sacrifice, perseverance, and a strength not everyone is willing to summon. It wasn't the easiest path. It was often lonely, filled with obstacles and tempting shortcuts that could have made things simpler. But you stayed true to your vision, refusing to compromise your values or your potential. You didn't follow the crowd, you forged your own way. And now, that unwavering commitment is why you're being set apart, why you're being chosen for something greater. People with true influence aren't drawn to the ones who follow the crowd. They're drawn to the ones who rise above it. They seek out those who faced every obstacle, every setback, every reason to give up, and still chose to press forward. They look for individuals who, in the unseen moments, built strength, integrity, and resilience. The ones who didn't need applause to stay committed, who remained steadfast to their purpose even when the world wasn't watching. That's who you are. You didn't just endure the challenges, you let them shape you into someone extraordinary, someone who stands out in a world full of those who settle for blending in. The influence and opportunities unfolding before you are not by chance. They are the result of the quiet sacrifices you made and the unwavering choices you stood by when no one was cheering you on. They are the fruit of your courage to take the road less traveled, the one that required faith, grit, and vision. This isn't just about receiving a reward, it's about becoming one. Your story will ignite hope in others, showing them the power of choosing purpose over ease, conviction over approval, and legacy over fleeting comfort. Your journey isn't just about your success, it's a beacon for others to rise above their fears and step boldly into their own calling.